おかかげ らす。こんなことぐらいは飛んだ音の具合さ、狂いさ変だスレンダーなショップの前あたりで語りでがなり立って当たり前のように振る舞え。街角あたりで価値観のあたりでヤマンバの包丁コーディネートされたやり口、姑息なデートみたいな手口、夜気出口から階段へ重く最短で駆け上がったガチャオピン不満なくドーピントーキントーキントーキントーキントーキン I'm ダイヤすぐに第三の行動最短で人の戻ろうこうかき分けた黒子のよう嗅ぎ分けたさあ嗅ぎ分けた手元のドープも負けた避けた空気から空気ながら少しは東北関西闘争九州闘争一つまで闘争車でノーライセンスのままで
Still make it in the rap song, so let's not make this into a conflict. It's all turmoil, it's a stream of consciousness, a long distance relationship that went on for too long. Let's go there with our poles, heads and toes, and wait in distortion and forget about our egos to get to the masturbation. Then again, these are only hastily thrown together sentences, so listen to what you say to yourself when listening to all the records like these. Or better than the attempts to make it scribbling on trees, and at the root of it all is a transmogrifier, mirror, bitter, universal porcelain doll. All dressed up, going to school again, it's always fall, and the leaves make these vibes with burning autumn countryside to get high, having some sort of connection here. Apple pies and smoke cake in the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh in the street. I'm so much through the story, not enjoying my connection. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection there. Apple pies and smoke cake in the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh in the street. I'm so much through the story, not enjoying my connection. Should I turn myself around? My favorite season has arrived, yet I won't be there to witness the dissension. The wind won't brush against my soul, but the gray sky still exists. Even if I'm not a witness this time, it's the perfect comfort being wrapped in a brisk afternoon, walking with a loved one in the oaks. This overcast ceiling is the feeling that soothes my inner being. I'm 4 moons away, empty inside. Now I'm waiting for the day that I can return to the time I long for. The ducks are gone, the sun can fully reach the ground, and the sound of trickling can be heard as I wander. There's an eerie silence in the air that has me feeling quite relaxed. As I lie in the coolness, a gust whistles through the screen, dancing around my room, red, yellow, and orange replace the green. It's the dawn of change in more ways than one. Now I'm in a repetitive environment after being in labor for 108 hours. I'm adjusting to the sun. Never would I have guessed that this would make me think so much about every little thing that I encounter or witness. So much to be reminded of, and so little time to just sit and ponder. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection. There's apple pies and smoke caking the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh imagery. I'm so in tune with distortion, I enjoy losing my connection. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection. There's apple pies and smoke caking the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh imagery. I'm so in tune with distortion, I enjoy losing my connection. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection. There's apple pies and smoke caking the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh imagery. I'm so in tune with distortion, I enjoy losing my connection. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection. There's apple pies and smoke caking the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh imagery. I'm so in tune with distortion, I enjoy losing my connection. I get high, I'm having some sort of connection. Apple pies and smoke caking the sky. Today the sun doesn't need to be my Play-Doh imagery. I'm so in tune with distortion, I enjoy losing my connection.
About a girl named Anita. She was a sophomore, high school cheerleader, straight A student admired by all her teachers. She set her affections on a boy named Peter. Now Peter was a football player of bleeder, but he seemed so sensitive to Anita, real polite like. Every time that he greeted her, one day after school he agreed to meet her. They even made a day Friday, the movie theater. She was so thrilled to be going out with Peter. The love she had for him couldn't be measured in meters, but weeks went on and soon he started to mistreat her. Every time she needed some space is when he needed her, and when she said she loved him he would never believe her. Got mad when she talked to other boys or senoritas, but that didn't matter cause he swore he'd never leave her. Her friends talking about the dance sitting on the bleachers.
Did you see the way he was calling her a cheater? Yeah, and the way he drank beer by the liter. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if he beat her.
The next day she stayed home from school with a fever, called Peter and said, sorry, I gotta leave ya. He raced to his house in his two-seater, picked her up to take her on one last date, where he stuffed her in a garbage bag and tossed her in the lake. Come and get your milkshakes, don't forget your locker combinations. First dates, made for television outtakes. Unstable teenage love letters, non-existent crushes and prom queens floating in the lake. French fries, come and get your coffee and cigarettes. Shopping mall chicks and drive-in flicks. Nighttime missions and sunshine kisses and prom dresses floating in the creek. Now there's this other boy and his name was Wesley. He had sobered up and was trying to do the best he could when he ran into this girl named Leslie, and he was mesmerized thinking she was so sexy. Leslie had had a grin and said to Wesley, let's speak. Maybe if I like it, we can get together next week. So they went to a big dance club called the Best Beat. The way that she would dance made him think she had the best feet. The way she made him feel, he felt he never had to flex. He always felt so rejuvenated and freshly. But when she'd get him drunk, his life would get all messy. Drinking had always been a problem for Wesley. And anytime an argument would start, she'd say, don't test me. And her eyes would bug out of her head and she'd look all deathly. He thought this couldn't be the girl that was so sweet like Nestle. Just a month before, so he started to second guess. He says, I can't live my life unless we split apart, break up, this was all a mistake. So she tied him to an egg and she tossed him in the lake. Come and get your milkshake. Don't forget you like a combination. First dates, made for television outtakes. Unstable teenage love letters, non-existent crushes and prom queens floating in the lake. French fries, come and get your coffee and cigarettes. Shop from all chicks and drive-in flicks. Nighttime missions and sunshine kisses. Prom dresses floating in the creek.
I was mad at the world and I wished that the beast would stomp everything with his big heavy feet.
And eat everything with his big sharp teeth. And eat everything with his teeth.
That wish certainly didn't come true, 'cause scary mad wishes don't make things come true.
One, soul son, the iron shirt hard to hurt. Doing my thing with scars, hardcore style. Yeah, doing the rap, and the rap. You know what I mean? Yeah, we do this for the 9-7, 9-8, all the way through the millennium. Bring back the true school, you know what I mean? Word, old school, new school. Love it. Soul son, got your plans turning, cheddar earn it when I'm top to bottom burning. Survival tactical, street culture, grammatical, gear up for battle in the center of the apple, reminiscing, venting, wine sipping, astral plane drifting back in time, old school is what I'm missing. Rap crews pay dues, getting up to get fame. I remember real MCs battling for names. In 99 we bring it back from the past style, never get gassed out, better watch your ass style. Drop the gas, grab your mic for full contact, real combat, where's your rhyme skills at? Blessing your skull session, head cracker, the scanner mind blower. MCs melt down like Chernobyl, soul draws blood, you splash on impact, the realness you can't find, soul son, bring it back. Bring it back, that old New York rap, resurrect the pioneers to get it back on track. Teach the babies this is theirs to control, unlike Tupac and Big and Pop will be one dead soul. Bring it back, that old New York rap, resurrect the pioneers to get it back on track. Teach the babies this is theirs to control, unlike Tupac and Big and Pop will be one dead soul. Like Kaz, I go crush and get wild like the zoo, master the grandstand and a flash to crash your crew. My 1-2 brings double trouble, couldn't see me with the TV, but you be feeling me like double D's. A real MC, gut check, crushing your colon. When I lace it, you be folding like anemic hemoglobin. The culture me, you're more scarred the wax like Grand Wizard Theodore. More funkier than 4 + 1 more. Raw eye, stick official, no tissue. When I dish you in the cypher, coming back's a dead issue. No need to glock ya, with a lyrical I stop ya. A fake gangsters claim to bring the drama like soap operas. I skill check your show to attract faster slow. Rock MC sound like Hoover, damn no flow. The high velocity pressure point toucher. I lead the pack, you want a refill of the ill, bring it back. Bring it back, that old New York rap. Resurrect the pioneers to get it back on track. Teach the babies this is theirs to control, unlike Tupac and Big and Pop will be one dead soul. Bring it back, that old New York rap. Resurrect the pioneers to get it back on track. Teach the babies this is theirs to control, unlike Tupac and Big and Pop will be one dead soul. Who hits with iron bombs from dusk to dawn? Official Tuscarator with the flow above the norm. I form, arm, leg, arm, head. Many bled when they enter the cipher epicenter. I radiate 360, particle wave on mind theory. Revolve around me when the non-planet you be. I see through, third eye remote view. One rhyme left, your whole crew black and blue. Correction, one thought, call it condolence injection. In your vagina, mind ejaculate in all directions. Clamping, strapping down on your neck, pops are vamping, lips are flapping, but your voice is like the sound of one hand clapping. Sole intention is to set it, the danger element of resurrected. The TR crew, mad respect. Death angels with dark complexions in your section. No respect for the whack, you want the real, bring it back. Bring it back, that old New York rap. Resurrect the pioneers to get it back on track. Teach the babies this is theirs to control, unlike Tupac and Big and Pop will be one dead soul. teach the baby since it's theirs to control. Unlike Tupac and Biggie, Pop will be one head soul.
Far face, off balance with the taste, the murderous hallway, only vengeance is allowed. One lane to hell, black patriot revenge. Praying man is aboard mothership, pretend you don't hear what is coming or see what you are seeing. Slicing, 30 demon cigarette smoke, I'm breathing silhouettes of the dead. Never should have been born to break bread, so as a souvenir, I take their head. Tread equilibrium, lunatic headed straight from the depths of hell. Trails of fire, devil's attire, face to face with a ghost. No time to hesitate, death's approach, get dismemberers both upon impact, so choke the idol. I can smell the putrid taste, the dingy curtains with no chances of revival. Every inch is viral and critical, bloody minerals, maximum explodes into minimal residuals. Flesh all over dashboards, a shadow window. Come again. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, I spin out of control and off a cliff. I'm falling again. These are the words of a man named Lucifer. You mean Satan? His name was changed for a reason. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, betrayal. Out of control, off a cliff, betrayal. In twilight, bloody moon, roulette, rendezvous with death, midnight. Execution seeking exit, Ghost Rider, elected by the name of Doom. Demonic symmetric methods of interstate bloodshed were unperfected, attached with a message before tomb heads the red. Demise, despised, despicable, dispensable dominion of I-5. Gladiator, you fence and hip-hop pansies. Iron fist, glass arm that I borrowed from Rochester, beyond pissed. Hazmat even warned me that Diablo doesn't drive. Say, Anaxagoras mutilate, better yet suffocate this gobbling, babbling monkey upon my God's planet. 2.7 million bars of pure abuse of granted. Don't commit suicide, I'll make you die slow. Suffer the malice of man and recalculate your fallen soul. Wrong lane, come again. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, I spin out of control and off a cliff. I'm falling again. These are the words of a man named Lucifer. You mean Satan? His name was changed for a reason. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, betrayal. Out of control, off a cliff, betrayal. Lead poison my offspring, skin sheds omega. Street nigga, Castlevania trigger the alpha. Horseback, my chariots of fire bleed blue. The oxygen never touches emotions in my game of Clue. Dusty, down on Iron made a program to record in booth. Sent sulfur in with his rusty, grimy saber tooth. Leave the rest of foreign blood type. He's known for finishing business, activating angels with no patience or mercy fitness. Surpassing the limits, I'm closing in faster than the speed of celestial light. Archangelic type ignite the fight. Behind the will of the malignant, with disregard to peripheral sight. Internal to fight. Pissed in Honda to grab the mic in front of my face with disgrace towards my father, your honor. Yahweh's his name. I came to bring life to the minds of the mentally enslaved. I did the devil. Wrong lane, come again. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, I spin out of control and off a cliff. I'm falling again. These are the words of a man named Lucifer. You mean Satan? His name was changed for a reason. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, betrayal. Out of control, off a cliff, betrayal.
Yeah! Shout out to Joe Collins, Larry Wilcox, Tom Mopat, Neil Patrick, Patrick Dunphy, them Fly Honey, Sybil Shepherd, and Morgan Fairchild. And let's not forget David Hoffman.
Every day the same old with Rainbow, watching the sun twist.
Say the wrong thing and the punishment reaches the excruciating depths of the desert, crawling for water, looking for civilization. A familiar face for the abrasive, healing your wounds and grand salvation to the administration. Public walkie-talkies and governmental surveillance is captivating, caging us animals for preparation. In order to single file my words and my expressions, given the extraterrestrials a key to the city, so I'm inventing travel of faith, organic posture. The carnival has no brakes except the helicopter propeller connected to the thinking cap of all the struggling. Youngin' searching for stardom, now the more is all rebuttaling what they need to see and what they need to listen to. What to follow when the moon has turned to blood and Jezebelian perfume has replaced the oxygen. Breathing with warning, a bedtime story for all the sleepers while they're mourning. And so I ask you, how do you feel at this moment?
The touch of your hand, like never before.
And so they tell me,
The touch of your hand,
and so they tell me, and so they tell me.
The touch of your hand, like
Every day the same old with Rainbow, watching the sun twist.
on patrol for the demon of old to rise from his hole and place his scales around his gold. And route for his goal to leave with a bang in your soul, increasing his toll before the foretold battle unfold. My steel-tempered nerves allow me to live in this corrupt world with a heightened awareness. I've tweaked all my senses to see through the mirrors and smoke on the edge without a rope. Middle finger defying gravity as I'm watching him slither through my scope, persistent the persistent thought and my mission on this note. As my index hold tension on the trigger mechanism, 1 inch from the release of a storm of ammunition. Edge one up for the rebel resistance, persistent followers of God in humble existence, who've seen the devil's face in religion and government form. Hence the 7 heads with a crown on each of 10 horns.
So I ask you, how do you feel at this moment?
The touch of your hand like heaven.
And so they tell me,
The touch of your hand.
and so they tell me, and so they tell me.
The touch of your hand.
Every day the same old with rainbow, watching the sun twist.
Guilty or not guilty, filthy money drenched in blood, the soaking the sun of dead souls, voting polls, politics as usual. Conscious and mobile, playing the role of an immortal, acting defiant for the terms of the client. Only to second guess innocence. Belligerents don't mix, sticks and stones may break your bones, but blasphemy will too. Study and represent the law only to break it. Status high, a little too high, a couple of more inches below the throat, please. Judicial boat sinks in the ocean of immorality. Sanctions for statute limitations are on the art of travesty and brutality. Which majesty are you bowing to? Pitchforks with horns, androgynous skills, or the crown of thorns? I bow to the crown of thorns, the spirit that goes with it. Frail mentalities take the stand while hands of the gavel pile you up with the rest of the flesh and gravel. Travel through doors that weren't meant to be entered. Backstage paths revoked, choked on your own greed and gluttony. The anatomy of sin with every cell covers the cuticle of ignorance is beautiful bliss, and I wish to miss a kiss a goodbye while angels fly above my physical. No mystical spook, the good book cannot be corrected. Neglected to slap the Bible in the face of under oath. Face my true judge, forget the 12 jurors concerned about the man with the 12 disciples.
So I ask you, how do you feel at this moment?
The touch of your hand like heaven.
And so they tell me,
The touch of your hand.
and so they tell me, and so they tell me.
The touch of your hand like
Every day the same old with rainbow, watching the sun twist.
Big up the Florence Henderson, Connie Chung, keep it moving. Linda Evans, Mark Gaston now, Scott Bell, Victor Kiriakis, Adam West. Let's not forget Erica Strada.
Every day the same old with rainbow, watching the sun twist.
I'm doing for seconds. And I diffuse. I diffuse the Russian. I don't diffuse the Russian president. Drinking too much vodka. When I see one time that should enter my presence, was another chance to enter my That's we're going to do now. Something that has nothing to do with the range of
United Nations, you're going around correcting the wrong that others may do. When you are wrong, who can correct you?
As your soul enters the next stage, reality becomes obsolete. You have nothing to fear, nothing to fear. Walking in the shadows, you realize that life is nothing but a form of animated death. And to my right is the one that they call the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper.
Sparks through the dark by digging in the earth, or deep, get in your brain or your skirt. Buried in the past is a very hard task. I make cash and now everybody's digging up dirt. I spark the mic like a roster with reefer. Darkness and light both bleed out the
resurrected son from the tomb. Bodies are consumed as I rip the immune. Collected subject, vocals are perfected. Devils know I'm hectic, foes are disconnected. Your brainwashed state, narrate new markets to target. I cut you open wide like a carpet. The terrorizer, the murderers, cause slither a knife across your back as you're screaming grave diggers.
Mommy, what's a grave digger? Mommy, what's a grave digger? Mommy, what's a grave digger? Mommy, what's a grave digger?
I drift 485ers, devils and connivers. Wanna step to this, you spit up blood like a geyser, a gusher. I guess you couldn't mess with the pressure. I stroke the globe in pursuit of the oppressor. I liberate, disintegrate, type theories in a manner and transform like Bruce Banner, gatekeeper, executioner, not vegetarian, variant, bloodthirsty, the barbarian.
I don't come to justify all of my words. I just come to crush the lies you were served. Turn to your devotional hymn and I'm a 10. You're washing in the blood of the lamb to be cleansed. So I'm grim like Pastor Pork Chop clocks of ends. Your moms and your pops are singing gospel hymns. Jewels I track on enslaved figures. Prove why you need a grave digger.
Mommy, what's a grave digger? 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 Mommy, what's a grave digger?
I had a nightmare, but I slept for a light year. And 1,000 locusts that crawled inside my right ear. About to lose it, flashback of blood dipped in honey. And the first truth that I mastered when I learned 120 about who's the original universal father, the king of civilization, the biochemical author. It was me, it struck me, it caused me to figure and realize to myself that I'm a grave digger.
Mommy, what's a grave digger? 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 Mommy, what's a grave digger?
ささら赤白黄色いろんなレインボーループする映像ルーランヒ甘さがショッターを好き甘さが初期なるブルーランヒ甘さがそう両親の会社個人の会社ハイジャックバスジャック似たような心境環境プラネットをかじりなさいよ脳みそ大事にしなさいリンゴをかじりなさい脳みそを大事にしなさいよお前に握らす片道チケット帰りはないブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルブレインはデジタルトリガーループする映像ループする映像ループする映像ループする映像
If I could find the spot where truth echoes, I would stand there and whisper their children's future. I would let their future dwell in my past so that I might live a brighter now. Now is the essence of my domain, and it contains all that was and will be. And I am as I was and will be, because I am and always will be that nigga. I am that nigga. I am that nigga. I am that timeless nigga that swings on pendulums like vines through minds of booby-trapped minds that are enslaved by time. I am the life that supersedes lifetimes. I am. It was me with serpentine hair and a timeless stare that with immortal glare turned mortal fair into stone time capsules. They still exist as the walking dead, as I do the original sufferhead, symbol of life, the matriarchy, severed head, Medusa. I am that nigga. I am that nigga. I am that nigga. I am a Negro, yes Negro from echo, meaning death. I overcame it, so they named me after it. And I be spitting at death from behind and putting kicking signs on run it back, because I am not the son of Shaklack Clack. I am before that, I am before death is eternity, after death is eternity, there is no death, there's only eternity, and I be riding on the wings of eternity like yeah, clack, clack, but my flight doesn't go undisturbed, because time makes dreams defer, and all of my time fears are turning my days into daymares, and I live daymares and living nightmares, and what's haunted my past, clack, clack, time is beating my ass, and I be having dreams of chocolate-covered watermelons, filled with fried chickens like pinatas, little pickaninny sons and daughters standing up under them with big sticks and aluminum foil, trying to get pieces of all the fried chicken wings, and Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben are standing in the corners with rifles pointing at the heads of the little children. Don't shoot the children, I shout, don't shoot the children, but they say it's too late, they've already been infected by time, but this shit is before my time, I need more time, but it's too late, they start shooting at the children and killing them, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6, but my spirit is growing 7 by 7, faster than the speed of light, because light only penetrates the darkness that's already there, and I'm already there, I'm here at the end of the road, which is the beginning of the road beyond time, but where my niggas at? Oh shit, don't tell me my niggas got lost in time. My niggas are dying before their time. My niggas are serving unjust time. My niggas are dying because of time.
Beat.